Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I wanted to say a few words about Donald Marshall. Okay. I'm a guy who's kind of, I fancy myself a bit of a detective, and I like to look into things, and I've been researching on the internet, like, what is going on in the world, just because I'm curious, because I'm a curious guy and I want to know what the fuck goes on. I always used to like those Sherlock Holmes stories, where he's got to figure out exactly what the fuck's going on. And after looking at all the David Icke, the Alex Jones, the Tessorian, and all these crazy theories and stuff, and what's going on in the world and who's controlling it, is it the globalists, at this, at that. Donald Marshall comes out with an explanation that is so simple that it blows everything else out of the water. And I don't know why, and I'm not sure why. I don't know what something in my gut is telling me that this guy is telling the truth. And I don't know if you guys feel that out there, but I had a fucking 5-alarm bell going off in my head when I first heard about this guy, and I started listening to him. I was like, ding, 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 ding. Holy shit, that makes total perfect sense. It really does. Cloning technology. Totally perfect sense, And I don't know if any of you out there have any memories of being tortured in your dreams, or your dreams are like, he said they would repress your memories, but I got a vivid memory of when I was a 5-year-old kid. They brought me to this, like, our little arena, and I was climbing up a ladder. They said, climb up that ladder and then stand on that platform. And I stood there until I fell, obviously. And, I had always thought to myself, why did I have such this dream stuck in my head since I was 5 years old? I'm 50 now, okay? You're talking 45 years ago, and I still remember that. I don't know why. I don't remember my dreams. I've had strange dreams, goofy dreams, crazy dreams, all kinds of dreams. But this one dream I vividly remembered, and it wasn't like a fantasy dream like flying with wings or anything. It was an arena and a ladder and people watching. And me falling off a ladder, okay, from really up high. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining this. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe they'll lock me up for this. I don't fucking know. But something tells me that this guy's telling the truth, okay? And there's a lot of other stuff that he says, too, that makes a lot of sense, about the tsunami. It was done by underground nuclear weapons. And somehow I knew that as soon as it happened. I was like, they did it with nukes underwater. I read an article, Chinese submarines off the coast of Japan, dropped the nukes down by that. I mean, it was obvious to me. I don't know why it was obvious to me, but he was saying exactly what was obvious to me. And I was like, wait a minute, this guy, that was what I had sincerely believed in my heart was the truth. I don't know how I knew it, but this guy was saying the same thing. Donald Marshall. Like as for example, like when JFK Jr. was killed, first thing that popped into my head, Bush did it. I knew. Even though a lot of people still don't believe it now, but I know Bush killed JFK Jr. Come on, how fucking stupid do you have to be? Bush Jr., Bush Sr., who cares? I don't know, they're all the same in the same club. And I can get in trouble for saying this, but whatever. What the hell's my life anyway? That's the other thing. All right, maybe you could say I'm a 50-year-old bum. I've been working and stuff most of all my life, but I wake up and I feel like I've been beating the shit out of me. I've had the shit beat out of me. That's a piece of dust flying through the air. It's not an orb, okay? That wasn't an orb just there. That was a piece of dust flying through the air, okay? Anyway, I sincerely hope that you look into Donald Marshall. Anyway, look, I'm out of focus now. I don't know if they're doing it to me or what. I could say, yeah, I am being tortured while I'm sleeping. I could say that, but I don't know it. I might be, but I'll tell you what. I do remember waking up from a dream with a giant blow to the side of my head one day. And I thought to myself, I had a snippet of a memory, and I remember it was in a death combat. I was in this death combat, and I was woken up by a slam to the side of my head. And I was like, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to remember. And I was like, what was I going to remember or something, And I keep trying to, a lot of times I wake up from dreams, and I say to myself, I'm trying to remember something, and I forget it, and I don't know what the hell it was, And this guy, when he's talking about the cloning and the fucking memory erasure and the torture and stuff, it almost fits what I've been trying to put together. It's been bugging me the fuck out. I thought, well, maybe I'm just fantasizing that I'm like going through this, and I'm just a fucking retard, and everybody's right, and I'm just a fucking stupid idiot. But I'm one of the most smartest people I know. I play the guitar. I write songs. I haven't written a song in a long time, but I have had a song on the radio. I work on music too. Maybe they're using me. How the fuck do I even know? I don't know. It's just bugging me out. But it's something that seems like, all right, and here's the whole story in a nutshell for you people who are thinking already that, oh, this guy's fucking crazy, man. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And this is why it makes sense to me. All right. Now, you know what dinosaurs are, right? You've seen dinosaur bones and shit in the museum, right? Everybody's seen that. You learned that in fucking second grade, okay? We're going to second grade now for you guys who can't figure this out. Dinosaurs were all over the earth a long time ago. And then something happened. We're not sure what. It might have been a big baseball come off of Reggie Jackson's bat whoosh, and slammed into the fucking earth and made a big dust cloud and killed all the plants. So this way, the dinosaurs starved and they couldn't eat nothing because it was dark and all the plants died. And all the dinosaurs died except for the ones that lived way down in the caves underground because they really didn't need fresh air and clean air. They breathed a different kind of air full of stinky gases from underneath, and they were good down there. And they didn't eat plants. They ate other living things, meat. They would kill these other little things that lived around them and eat them. So they survived. All right? Now, when humans started to develop on the planet, these underground lizard people things who were, what? Wait, what do you mean underground? What do you mean they're smart? I don't believe lizards can be smart like people. Well, let me explain this to you. If the monkeys can have a smart version like you, okay, and me, because what am I? I'm a fucking smart monkey, aren't I? Looking on the earth. There's all kinds of species of monkeys and primates. They have hands like us. They have faces like us. They have hair like us. We jump around. Sometimes when we dance, we look like them. What are you? You're a fucking smart monkey. What are you telling me there can't be a smart lizard? You are just a fucking smart monkey. Wake up! There can be a smart lizard living under the fucking ground. And you know what? Bing, 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 bing. There goes that bell again. I think it's true. I think it's true. Something's telling me it's fucking true. Now, here's the rest of the story, little boys and girls. Now, these really smart, not that smart, but smarter than dumb lizards. You know, not as smart as us, but not super smart, but just smart as like a maybe second grader, maybe. These lizards could get, or whatever they are, troglodytes, crab heads, they could get gold and jewels and diamonds and rubies and emeralds and sapphires from deep underground and bring them up to people on the surface. Now, there were very bad people on the surface. Bad people that didn't care about you and me. And they said, listen, I'll get you some little children to eat if you give me gold and diamonds, and jewelry and fascinating emeralds from down in the earth. And these shit-ass fucking humans turned on their own race, sold their children of whoever, they kidnapped children and sold them to these fucking lizard underground fucks for a lot of riches and gold and money and became super rich. And that was the beginning of this, of the super rich elite families who are supporting these underground lizard species, okay? That was the beginning of this, if you could figure that. Now, that's not such a hard story to follow. And now, once it gets complicated, because it goes on and on and on, he talks about, like, this lizard has an ability, or there's different sizes and shapes of this lizard. It's just like humans, okay? You see different sizes and shapes and colors of humans. You'll see different sizes and shapes and colors of lizards, all right? Duh, not a big stretch, right? Now, this is the fucking weird thing about these lizards. They can bite you. The little ones can bite you and render you like paralyzed. It's such a pain. You drop and then they just eat you. That was the chupacabra. My mom was from Uruguay, and they said they always talked about the chupacabra. They'd find goats with their blood emptied out of them. You know. Anyway. What am I getting on the point here? I know there's so much, but as the years go, all right, now for children, a simple story now. Now, as years go by, all right, the technology increases, and then Hitler comes along, backed by the Rothschilds. Wonderful folks. Hitler comes along, and he finds these underground lizards, and they lead him to the cave in Antarctica, okay? You might know it as Neuschwabenland. Look up Neuschwabenland. Look up Colonel Byrd. I think his name is Colonel Byrd. He did an expedition up there in 1947, and there's a Russian documentary about them having some kind of battle with flying saucers. So, the lizards brought Hitler up to fucking Neuschwabenland and showed him all this ancient technology that was left by the species beforehand, before us, that was destroyed by these lizards, okay? And Hitler gets all this technology, and he's got the flying saucers, and then this and then that. I guess that was in the 1930s, okay? That was probably in the 1930s. By the time Admiral Byrd went there, which was 1947, they had already developed the saucer technology. And there was a writing that he said that they were going in and out between the fucking masts of the ship. You know, this was so 1,000 miles an hour, outflying anything that they had. So that all fits in as well, you know, with this guy's story. And there's just so many corroborating points. You know, this is why I get this alarm in the back of my head. It's going bing, 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 bing. He's telling the fucking truth. This guy is telling the fucking truth. Donald Marshall is telling the truth. And lock me up and throw away the key. What the fuck, man? Lock me up and throw away the key. What are you going to do? I mean, it's just a bing, bing in the back of my head. I can't explain it to you any other way. I don't know what the fuck is making me do this, but something's going bing, bing, bing in the back of my head and says, this guy, Donald Marshall, is telling the fucking truth. All right? Listen to what he's got to say. And, you know, find out some more. Just be informed. I mean, we have to know what's going on. Our planet is inhabited by underground lizards, which are kind of smart, but not as smart as us. But they got gold, jewelry, and diamonds, and they've had inbred families working for them for, what, 1,000 years maybe or something? Like these inbred people, like the Windsors, Queen Elizabeth, the Rothschilds, all these big banking families that have all the fucking money. That's how they started having all the money, you know, when the first people who were going to have all the money are the ones who got all the gold and diamonds and jewels and shit, you know. And once you're on the top of the mountain, it's so easy to kick somebody off, you know, because you have all the fucking money and all the control and all the power. It's not too hard to fathom, you know, but, yeah, ding, ding, ding in the back of my head. Donald Marshall, I don't know what's up with you now, man. You know, I mean, I hope you're all right, healthy, and keep it sane. Take a lot of amino acids is what I hear is good for dream shit. But, yeah, bugging out still on this whole fucking thing. Really bugging out. You know, I got to go meet my girl down. I'm going to have a picnic today, believe it or not. What am I going to talk to her about this? I'm like, hey, by the way. By the way, you know, how do you tell people? The only people that you're going to tell this to are the people that have been looking and looking and looking and searching and wondering what the fuck is going on. And this is the only thing that really makes sense. You know, I got to go. I don't have a lot of time right now, but look at Donald Marshall's interviews. Look at what he wrote and digest it. Digest it. Because it fits, okay? And what else? I was going to say something else about what fits and all. I'm running out of time now. At least you ever see when people do that? They point to their wrist and there's no watch there. I'm running out of time. This is the universal symbol for time, right? Okay? Well, guess what, folks? We're running out of fucking time, all right? Running out of time. Bing, 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 bing in the back of my head. Bing, bing, bing. This guy's telling the truth. Watch him, listening to him. You know, look, I'll tell you what, either he's completely insane and he's a total sociopath and he's making all this shit up, or he is what he says he is. Okay? And he doesn't say he's a savior or anything, but he does say that he got they gave him the awakening, the memory recall, because he agreed that he would, you know, be the fucking fake Jesus, right? But if he was, you know, he had to be telling the truth because they check him with